Welcome back to another Kimetsu no Yaiba review. Today is episode 3. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Kelshock. As always, I read the manga. Logan doesn't read. He can't read. And we're gonna discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to jump into this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so yeah, we get a little history here at the beginning of the episode about the Demon Slayer organization, which has several hundred members, I think is the line they say, and the leader is a mystery, but
That's
and they talk a little bit about the demons, how sunlight or decapitation with a special sword is really the only way to kill them,
right.
and
Which means
which you mean the hand axe does not work. Or
right,
kicking their heads off does not work.
right, or smashing a rock, or smashing their head with a rock. So I guess he was tested last episode.
Yeah.
Could he go through with it? He couldn't, but man's always testing him.
Yeah. Of course, yeah, definitely. And so basically we learned demons super strong. Humans have to do with all these other techniques to just even stand a chance against them, really, because humans, they lose an arm, they lose it. It doesn't come back. Is basically what they're saying. So, but a lot of this is just a training episode, getting us moving along. It's
training
just
montage.
a straightforward training thing. But this is where the breathing comes important, that I was trying to refer to. The total concentration breathing techniques, which later we learn what that means, is basically that's how the humans are able to strengthen their bodies to compare to the demons in strength.
Right.
And they're able to exceed past their human capabilities with these breathing techniques. And he's learning the water forms, which, I mean, that alone hints that there's probably more forms.
Yeah, I assume there is a lot of elemental forms.
And he said 10 techniques for the water forms, I believe is what he said. So
that's a lot to learn. And I will say,
this is 2 years within this one episode.
Right. I would say it was a training montage, but it was also a time skip. A pretty significant time skip for most shows. Straight up 2 years.
Yeah, that's just how hard the training is to become a demon slayer. And he's not even becoming, still has to go to the final selection.
Right. And I mean, even his teacher said, I won't recommend you until you slice a boulder in half.
Yeah.
Which is impressive. But he didn't really teach him. I was going to say, he doesn't really teach him too much. He kind of
he does the first year with him, and then the second year is him by himself.
Because even then, he didn't elaborate. He kind of explained stuff, but didn't it seems like he's trying to get him to, it's better if you learn these on your, I will give you the knowledge of them, but it's better if you learn them on your own.
Yeah, probably you have to.
I'm sure fighting a demon is a bunch of random things could happen, so it's better to just I taught myself how to do all this stuff, I know these situations, instead of just memorize what he did.
And probably everyone's body is different for the breathing, right? So you probably have to adapt the breathing to yourself and your own body. It's probably just not easy, this is just how you do it. It's probably you have to know your own body to be able to do it, which is why when he meets Sabato and Makoma or whatever, they're like, oh, you need to train yourself to death. Basically, you have to push yourself beyond your own limits to basically understand where all this that he taught you actually means. And they basically did the real training for him.
I was gonna say, first of all, the fight with Sabato was super cool. It was just, everything about this is just super well animated, so any action is just gonna look cool. I don't know why I like the whole demon slayers, their whole mask thing they got going on. I don't know, it's just damn, that's sweet. I don't know why, it just looks appealing, and it gives, I guess, uniqueness to each of them. But yeah, they pretty much guided him through. This was weird to me because they don't. I'm sure you know this, but so I'm just gonna kind of guess by myself.
Throw it out.
They don't seem like they were real. Maybe they were real before, but they kind of seem because near the end of the training, he fought him, and then they kind of disappeared, and it turns out he sliced the rock. So it kind of came across like they used to be trained by his master and maybe were once like pupils, and they were spirits that helped train him in a way. Or maybe they just, disappeared at the end and are real. I don't know, to be honest, because I could see it honestly either way, but I'm leaning towards they were like spirits of some sort, or like, the ghost of former pupils. Not that you can,
I
comment
cannot
on
confirm or
that.
deny. It might be an 80% chance I don't fully remember, in all honesty.
But that's what I'll say. That is my interpretation.
But yeah, he does slice the boulder in half, as we just got there with you, and that basically gets him into the final selection now. Whatever that is, we'll be seeing probably next episode. But the other thing is, during this whole time, Nezuko is just asleep.
Right.
Hasn't woken up at all. Just flat out asleep for 2 years.
She's in a coma for years, which is pretty concerning, I'd say. But she is a demon, so I guess demons operate differently, but it is still like, I wonder what is wrong with her. I have no idea.
The other thing is, like, from last episode or two before with Giyu, he's talking about how hungry they get and like they need to feed right away and stuff like that, but Nezuko hasn't fed.
Right, she hasn't eaten yet. And kind of last episode too, we saw her like drooling when they entered the house. So maybe it has to do something with hunger, but I don't know how you're going to feed someone who doesn't wake up. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully she wakes up. I'm certain. I'm not actually certain. Hopefully she wakes up.
But yeah, honestly, just a straightforward training episode. So that does it. You want to just go ahead and jump into scores?
Yeah. I will say I'll give it an 8 again. I thought it was pretty solid. Funny enough, I thought the pacing was good, despite them jumping to. I felt like just getting the training kind of out of the way, kind of just sets up for the rest of the show. Like, instead of just watching him, he trained this episode, he's going to train a bit next episode, and then train maybe another episode. They're just kind of like, you know what, this is what he did, this is how he trained, and like he's ready to go. He's ready to at least accept the challenge of becoming a demon slayer. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. Like, I don't know, it's just very interesting to me at the moment. So I'm really excited to see not only like the test to become a demon slayer, but also more demon slayers in general. I feel like they all have a unique like character design, because like all the ones we've seen so far are just completely different in their own way, and they're all, I think, super good design. So yeah, I'm excited for this show so far.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm surprised you actually gave it an 8. That's a little higher than I thought you'd give it, because it's like, it is just a training episode. And actually, as training episodes go, I think for anime, this is actually really well done.
Right, I thought it was well done.
So I'll give it a 7. But yeah, I do think, like, if you compare it, like, I don't know, like Dragon Ball Z or something like that, where they're literally sitting in a training capsule for a whole episode or whatever, or doing nothing, and it's like, but this one, there's like actual, like, you can see what it takes to be a demon slayer. Like, those traps were actually, they'd kill him at this point. And it's like, if you can't survive now, who cares if you die? You're gonna die fucking next week anyway to a goddamn demon. So it's like you better figure this shit out. And it's like 2 episodes, and it's just, it's hard work pushing yourself. Like, there's nothing really else to guide you along the way. And as we see, by the end, he's got like this super speed, jumping super fast, going through this forest hella fast. Like, he ain't a nobody now.
He's ready. I'm excited. I have high hopes for this anime. Please live up to expectations that I'm setting right now. So,
well, if it continues along this pace and stays with them long, I think it'll be great. And this animation is just top tier.
It's insanely good. I was like, holy shit! Like, everything about him, just every time I see him, like, damn, that looks so good.
It's like, what studio is this? I wasn't even looking, but they should have took One Punch Man too.
Oh boy. But that does it.
That does do it.
Spiel time.
As always, to skip the training and go straight to Demon Slayer, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Hit the notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought. So we didn't like. No spoilers, as Logan's an anime viewer only, and plenty others are. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.